everyone. Thanks for stopping by my kitchen, or as I refer to it, the No G Spot. I am Oprah, and I'm gluten-free. And if you are in search of delicious gluten-free food, you are in the right place. Today on the menu is one of my favorites, pizza. I think that's most everybody's favorite. But since becoming gluten-free, I have been on a personal adventure to find pizza that is gluten-free and also delicious. We will be using a very interesting ingredient to make our crust today, cauliflower. For this recipe, you will need 1 cup of riced cauliflower, 1 cup of shredded mozzarella, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of oregano, half a teaspoon of garlic, and half a teaspoon of salt. Now, 1 large head of cauliflower will produce approximately 3 cups of riced cauliflower. How does one rice cauliflower? Let me show you. First, you're going to remove your cauliflower florets from the stalk. Discard the stalk and make your florets not extremely small, but cube size. I'm going to cube them and put them into a food processor, removing as much stalk as possible. We're going to put the cubes of cauliflower into our food processor and give that a whirl. I'm using a handheld processor today. And you want to grate or process the cauliflower until it looks almost like flour. You don't want to do it too hard or you will puree it. Cauliflower holds a lot of moisture in it. So be careful not to process your cauliflower until it turns into a puree. Okay, now you want to grind it as fine as possible without turning it into a puree. After you've finished chopping the cauliflower, you want to put it into a as flat as you can find, plastic container and microwave for approximately 8 minutes. You can start with 5 minutes, you can start with 6 minutes, and then add time to it as needed. I happen to have some ready already. It's very fine. It looks almost like grated cheese. And we're going to use 1 cup of that and mix it with 1 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. Once you have riced your cauliflower, it is now ready to be used. And because your crust is made completely from cauliflower and cheese, as long as you are not lactose intolerant, you have now the recipe for a guilt-free pizza. Let's mix in our egg. You want to also grease your pan that you are using. Now you can use a circular pan or you can use a rectangular pan. You can use a square pan as long as it's fairly thin. You don't want to use a pan that is very thick. The closer to a cookie sheet is best. Let's put in our seasonings. Garlic. Oregano. I also put a touch of freshly cracked pepper. It just gives it a little extra flavor. Mix your ingredients. And you have your crust. It is literally that easy. Now you get your pan. I will be using a rectangular shaped pan. I like the way my toppings sit on it. Boil your pan and then lightly oil it before putting your crust on it. And feel free to use a spatula or your fingers and just flatten it out. Okay? There. And we're going to bake this for only about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm just leveling out my crust. I like it even. If you like a thicker crust, then you may want to use a smaller pan and or a little extra. You can make 2 cups of riced cauliflower and mix it with 2 cups of the shredded mozzarella and add 2 eggs. And then just increase your seasonings accordingly if you're feeding a larger group. This is really good for about a 9 by 6 pan or a 6-7 inch pizza. There. Now this is ready to go into the oven. Hi everyone, and we're back. Now that our pizza has cooked for 15 minutes at 450 degrees, this is what your crust will look like. Once your crust is finished, you can start adding your toppings. I am not a fan of pizza sauce, therefore there will be no pizza sauce on my pizza. However, I am a fan of cheese. So we're going to sprinkle some cheddar, some mozzarella, and a little white American cheese also. Make it a 3 cheese special pizza. Okay. I will also be using turkey pepperoni. There you go. And on top of that, we will be adding mushrooms, peppers, onions, olives. Okay, let's put our mushrooms on. Yummy. Spread those out. And some green peppers. I'm just going to sprinkle them right on top. Red peppers. There we go. Some olives. And feel free to use any other additional toppings that you personally enjoy. Some red onions. I prefer the red onions on my pizza. It just has a little sweeter taste to it than the yellow onions. Let's put the rest of our toppings right on there. Get everybody in. I'm going to sprinkle a little parsley over it. There we go. And some garlic. Just sprinkle that right on the top. Great. That looks fabulous. We will also, to this pizza, add some turkey sausage. Just a couple of pieces, just to fill in the empty spaces. There we go. And last, I'm putting a handful of tomatoes chopped up nicely right on the top of that. Okay. A little more cheese. And then you want to put this back in at the same 450 degrees for only about 5 minutes now. And then your pizza will be ready to eat. So let's put this in the oven. And this is before, and you'll see it soon. And now pizza is ready. I wish you guys could smell how amazing this smells. The final product it smells so wonderful. The onions, the peppers, the sausage. I've got my pizza knife and I'm ready to dig in. Pair this gluten-free, guilt-free pizza with your favorite gluten-free beer and enjoy. I know I will. Thanks guys for joining. Enjoy.